All right, guys, here we go. Got another vlog. What can I say about the Okanagan? It has been fantastic. A little bit of smoke, but what a summer so far. Super hot. Water's been amazing. Mountain bike trails been fantastic. So I must say, my buddy Al, I know you're on me about the bunk beds. Never quite got there yet, but we did build out the van a little bit for our family vacation. The Olars snuck away from the Okanagan when the smoke was coming in. A little family vacay to the island. Take a look at the beds. They worked amazing for the family, for little rest stops along the way. Sorry Al, it's not bunk beds, but it will do. Up until last year, I've never been to Vancouver Island. Last year was an amazing trip. We went back, we actually went out to Tofino. It's fantastic. Biking on the beach, did a little surfing, a little boogie boarding. Kids just had a blast. It was amazing just exploring the forests. Of course, Jack being Jack snuck away for 4 days before to go to Whistler, joined up with us. You know, it was just a great family trip, lots of fun. Amy's whole family was with us, so it was really fun just to connect and catch up, I guess, after being isolated. So it was an amazing trip for us to get out. Even though we traveled such a small distance for our trip, our next guest, you know, his idea was he biked across Canada. You guys are following along Will. He had an amazing trip. Talked to him quite a few times long. He was actually quick. Can you believe it or not? He was like 10 days early on his trip. There was days he was doing 250 to 300 kilometers a day, which is amazing. My butt just gets sore thinking about it. But here's Will to fill us in on the whole adventure that he did.
Hey guys, it's Will. I'm back in town, so I finished my ride across Canada, Victoria to Halifax, which was a very amazing experience. And yeah, back home now doing another vlog. So it was an amazing experience. I was gone for 48 days, 45 of those were on the bike. Obviously highs and lows are gonna happen when you're gone that long. I think if I had to think of my favorite experience, it was probably Quebec just as a whole, specifically Quebec City. Really, really cool. Honestly, doesn't even feel like Canada. It's like Europe. Really old buildings, just really friendly people. And I've never kind of seen that, so that was really awesome. And then also just further up the coast of the St. Lawrence, in a little place called St. Flavie, I was camping and just had the most beautiful sunset over the St. Lawrence, and I was camping right on the beach. So I'm definitely never gonna forget that moment. It was really special. And then obviously there's gonna be some bad moments as well. So the prairies were mentally challenging. I mean, they're flat, so physically it wasn't that bad, but the hardest part for me was there's this one section, it was about 100 kilometers between towns or even gas stations, so no real resupplies for a solid 5-6 hours. And it was 35 degrees and I had a headwind, so that was a struggle. I think the absolute low of that was when I was like using a garbage can for shade because there's no trees on the prairies, and the rest stops in Alberta are just pullouts with garbage cans. So that's where I took my break in between stops. So when I left, I kind of had an idea of what I was getting into reading my dad's journal, but obviously the experience is a lot different. Overall, I'm really happy with what I packed. I mostly brought what I needed. I wouldn't change too much about it. And I think mentally it was harder than I was expecting being by myself. But physically it wasn't as bad. Once you get into the routine, honestly, it kind of just flows once you get used to it. So overall, the trip was a lot of what I was expecting, actually. It was pretty spot on. I was really happy with how it went, and I think I got everything out of it that I was searching for. So surprise, I'm actually not tired of biking. So the next thing, 2 things are on my mind. I really want to do the Tour Divide, which is Banff to Mexico. And then the alternative to that would just be biking down the West Coast. So kind of leaving from here in BC and going down to California. I think that would be gorgeous. But not tired of biking yet. There'll be more of these trips in the future for sure.
Again, like I said, it's amazing. I have a hard time biking for an hour or 2 hours. I can't believe 6-8 weeks, but it's an amazing job. And all he keeps saying is he has the urge to do more. He's got bigger trips planned. Anyhow, it's amazing. Glad you made it home safe. Awesome, the update everybody's looking for. I have the dynamic duo from MTBco, Bruce and Cameron, in to talk about what's going on in the club, how the memberships are doing, and what exciting things we have coming down.
Thanks for having us on again, Ryan. Hi everybody, it's Bruce here from MTBco. It's great to be back on the Fresh Air vlog. As I mentioned in the last vlog, we went from 600 members and we were pushing for 800, and we've reached that milestone. So thank you very much. Please continue to remind your friends and family to get their memberships. Things are going well. Speaking of milestones, we've got our first bike raffle in the bag. A huge success for the club. We raised a lot of funds and some lucky rider is out there on a beautiful bike. I've talked about this in the last 2 vlogs, but we finally launched the economic impact study. You'll see volunteers at the trailheads at all the major riding areas in and around Kelowna. Please take a few moments to help them fill out the surveys. They'll be completing a short one in person, which is just 1 to 2 minutes, and then you'll be asked to do a longer one, which is online and only take 10 minutes or so. We need locals and visitors to complete the study, so please let your friends know we're in from out of town to help out with this as well. And these economic impact studies are paramount for every major mountain biking community. They've been done in Whistler, Pemberton, Squamish, North Van, Roslyn, all the great biking areas you go to, they've done them, and that's how they access the larger funding required to create the great mountain biking environment they have. This is what we need, so please give them the support they need. And from here, I'd like to hand it off to my good friend and fellow board member, Cameron.
Hi everyone, my name's Cameron. I'm a board member along with Bruce, as the shirt says, matching. Anyway, we are excited to bring back the Cranksgiving Funduro. One of our pillars as a club is to create mountain bike community that we're all focused on the same thing and getting out there and riding. And what better way to do it is an event. The other thing is, I know we have had some questions about our MTBco socks. They are being a big hit. We're super excited about them, and we are currently in the process of designing a new one. These ones here, you probably will be able to get your hands on if you would like to buy them, but hey, if you want to volunteer and come on out, chances are you'll grab a pair for that as well. And in addition to the socks, we are having some shirts made up as well. So if you want to be in one of these fancy MTBco shirts, come on out and volunteer. You can get one on your back. Maybe some prizing as well along the way. Super excited about it. Lots of things happening. Look forward to seeing you out on trails. Have a good one.
And again, what can I say? It's amazing to see the enthusiasm in the mountain bike club this year, and it's just going to carry forward. So make sure, get out, get your memberships, not for this year, for next year. Tell everybody about it. There's amazing things coming this fall and next summer going ahead. And that's all we got today. I know it's been a while since we did this. We packed a lot of stuff in ourselves as a family out adventuring. All I can say is, guys, get out when the sun's shining, get out and enjoy the fresh air.